Well, hello there. It's me, Ginuwine. The guy who runs this show asked me to cover for him since he didn't have time to do the recap this week. Ha! So, where to begin? High school seniors Wren, Hemlock, and Salt have managed to save Spring Willow Academy not once, but twice. First, by preventing school gang leader Gil from conducting a horrific ritual at a house party. Then by stopping a giant rock spider summoned by a group of monsters who had taken the place of the Spring Willow Tech Raptors in this year's big Scorchball game. Though their successes have been great, many questions remain yet unanswered. Who are these mysterious spectral figures? What's the deal with these mystic books that keep showing up in everyone's hands? And why is Ginuwine so gosh darn handsome? Through these challenges, Wren, Hemlock, and Salt have become stronger, wiser, and are now the most popular kids in school. But the darkness that encroaches Spring Willow is inching ever closer. Let's see how they do today on the rolls we made.
Welcome back to The Rolls We Made. Welcome to Patch Day.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love Patch Day. It's so good. There's so many new rules
Yay,
and
rules.
changes and different things.
I had no problem remembering all the other rules.
Nope.
Yeah.
We are good at that.
So was everyone clear on what happened?
We
Because a lot of
all-
buck wild stuff happened in the last episode.
It's hard to know what we defeated, because Wren fell in a hole of goop.
And then I got
and then got turned into a
mountain.
giant stone spider
Yeah.
with a pyramidal head.
Yeah, that was bonkers.
That was bonkers.
I don't know, you guys. I was asleep with Lellard in his car, looking at the land,
Yeah.
planning how we're gonna own this town.
You basically played an episode of Twin Peaks while we were fighting.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Body.
Yeah.
And you leapt off
Twin
you left off a building.
Yeah.
And you shot okay, just so we're clear, there was a part where like James Bond, Hemlock leapt off a building and shot an arrow into a spike that Salt stuck into the ground
ages ago.
8 weeks ago.
yeah.
From real far away.
Real far.
And you hit that spike that cracked open the sheer surface of the stone spider so that Salt could teleport up there and destroy it with the biggest eldritch blast possible.
Yeah.
Finally, it worked.
There was nougat everywhere.
It was pretty cool.
I thought you were gonna do infestation.
Right.
Ew.
Roll first, full circle. Full circle.
God,
This is
I
what we're
should
doing
have.
today. You guys managed to stop the plans of the spectral figure, who, by the way, you did not stop the spectral figure.
No.
That one's still out there.
He
We're
did
gonna
a
get
big
him.
old X on on that day in his planner. He was just like, ugh,
Bad
Well,
day.
back to square one.
I would have gotten away with it too.
If it wasn't for that dick Salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jelson is back.
Thank God.
Naylor is the RA of your building now. Let's say it's been about a week and things are settling back into normalcy. That out of breath kid who I'm not giving a name. Hello, ma'am. I have the school's bulletins. And then Professor Cowan is like, here are the big bulletins of Spring Willow Academy.
Exciting.
It's like a zine for the school. I like.
Yeah.
For the next foreseeable future, a huge portion of students from Spring Willow Tech are going to be at Spring Willow Academy taking classes.
Man.
Oh.
Turf war.
On top of the students who came from, the Reds and stuff,
Good thing I don't live in the dorms.
Yeah.
classes are getting pretty crowded.
man.
Overcrowding of classes is one of the biggest issues we have in this public school
In Dungeons
system.
and Dragons, yes,
Sure
I agree.
Can we make it canon that the three of us made a big old banner just said "What's up, cucks" on the front door?
Maybe just one of us did that.
You know what I feel like what happened is you kept going to both of them and asking them for help in different ways, and you never told them the whole plan.
Yep.
And then finally on the last day, you unveiled the "What's Up, Cucks" banner.
Yes.
We were like, oh no.
Ha-ha! Aren't you guys proud of me?
Everyone just thought
I'm like, the colors are nice.
Everyone probably chalked that up to scampery because you guys are now the most popular kids in school.
Hell yeah. Now we do what we want.
Hell yeah.
Just like I was in real life.
Just like
Finally,
you
this
were.
has gotten real.
Yeah. How is this a fantasy game when everything that's happening in it happened to me in real life?
Yeah.
Go back to
that's
the
what I was
episode
worried
where we
about,
talk
that this
your
wouldn't be
friend with the
different enough.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. And the hair.
What have you guys used your newfound clout to try to achieve?
I have been cultivating relationships and evaluating usefulness.
Interesting. So you've basically become the worst possible version of Salt.
You sound like a startup CEO. You're like,
She's just smoking a cigar all the time.
we're working on synergy, and I'm really trying to get some things
It's called
parsed out.
Saltergy.
Saltergy.
You asshole.
She's got one of those blazers with the shoulders sewn into it, and she's walking around school all day.
You seen my new app? It's called Saltergy.
What would an app be in this world?
Roll.
Yeah.
It's the hot new scroll that's taken the halls by storm.
This scroll is fire.
What has Wren been doing with her newfound clout?
I feel like I've just become like that guy in high school that plays the guitar and is just super cool.
Okay.
Just plays it fucking smooth.
I imagine a lot of times
Hey, sure.
like you're just sitting there playing and just people are just like on their tummies like swooning as you're playing.
pretty much.
Are you hanging out in the quad? Is that what you're doing?
I'm always in the quad.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a quad now.
Yeah.
I wrote in that there's a quad. In the
Oh,
map.
I looked at the map.
Yep. Hemlock, what have you been getting up to
Um,
with your newfound clout?
I feel like I've been working on my showmanship. I now have a built-in audience for my street
Are
magic.
you fucking kidding?
So I feel like I'm really trying to look for feedback. So
Every day is a magical open mic with Hemlock.
Oh my
Jones.
God, I'm so
is.
proud.
I'm basically like the one person who came to do poetry at this comedy open mic.
Oh my
That's
God.
magic.
You know what's great too is because everyone likes you, you're not gonna improve. They're just gonna,
No one's giving me bad feedback. And also mostly confusion. I feel like there's probably a couple of people who were like, man, Hemlock, that hair's crazy. I wonder if I could go on a date. And then I'm like, yeah, come on. I'm like, let's go on a date. And I sync some dates up, but it's a group date. And I bring them all to watch me do magic.
That sounds like
Wow.
Yeah.
a nightmare.
It's like that
Wow.
thing that it's like the thing that Kim does. It's like the thing that insurance companies do, where you think you're going to go to a job interview, but then you walk in a conference room at a hotel, and it's it's some sort of scam.
That's
Oh,
great.
Lord.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah,
That sounds that sounds real nice.
I did that once. It was the worst.
The three of you are just like that's your day to days now. I'm imagining a stark change from earlier in the school year when no one really knew who you guys were. It's
Everybody
different now. Everyone knows you now.
Salt because she's so rich and rude.
Fuck yeah.
Rich and rude. R&R.
Rich and rude. Put it on a shirt.
And then there's the advancement to level 5, and then there's Ozzle.
Yeah.
So which one do you want to do first, the advancement, or do you want to do Ozzle?
Let's
Are
do
we at school so we can?
What just imagine time is kind of floating right now.
right.
Because we're sort of in between. Like there is a thing that has to happen, like adventure wise, but for right now, just imagine what do you want to do first? Do you want to go talk to Ozzle?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
the Scholastic book.
Let's go talk to
Right?
Ozzle. I want to get some new treat. I want to get a new
Yeah,
treat.
I want to get something.
I want to see if he's got those Bloom County books that I want to get. I'm going to put them in the bathroom so I can read them.
Really thinking about getting into Boxcar Children again.
Right?
They're cheap
Little
to
house
get
on
now.
the prairie.
There's only 800 of them, so
Yeah.
I'm
Reading
kinda
material for
wondering
years.
what Benny's up to. Do they have a teen romance version of those books?
You know what? Boxcar Children really is that simple boxcar life where a bunch of kids live in a boxcar for one night and then they have a rich uncle the next day
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
who then makes them still live in the boxcar.
No,
Yeah.
they choose to live in the box.
They love the boxcar.
So weird. I'd be like, peace.
Right? I'm going to share this one room with my 20 siblings and it's going to be real fun.
Just imagine us having this conversation at the book fair.
You're just picking up copies of the boxcar,
Yeah.
the boxcar elves,
Yeah, the Boxcar Elf.
live from the Sword Coast. Ozzle's book fair has come back to town. He's set up in the closed quad. Oh, there's a map of Spring Willow Academy, and there's an indoor quad with a roof that goes up
That's
Oh, dang, a
badass.
roof. So we can be out there when it's raining.
Yeah, actually. And so you guys are in the closed quad, just like walking around, like looking at the different books, and as usual,
As usual.
Hey.
Ozzle Notchbrow, the librarian, takes note of the three of you and says, "By all means, children, please take a look at my throne once more." And now you guys have the opportunity to roll on our fantasy gachapon of items.
Oh, I need a thing to roll.
Now, as I said the first time with Ozzle Notchbrow, if you want, you can spend an asset to pick a slot.
Do we have assets?
You all have one asset. You all have one asset as a result of stealing the Pooter scooter. Also, all of you still don't have Spring Willow uniforms, so you can spend the asset on that, or you can just hold off on spending the asset for the time being.
Yeah, I want to get my uniform back.
So, okay. Saul, did you want to get your uniform back, or did you want to use it to target a specific slot?
I'm going to target a slot.
Okay. We'll deal with that in a second. Ren, what would you like to do?
Ooh, I kind of want to take a gamble and just not get it back yet.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck
okay.
I get in trouble for my PE clothes.
You did like the trouble that you get in is it's harder to win at the school rolls, which are going to be a bigger part of the next arc.
part?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I'll take my uniform back.
We should. I feel like Salt's family is rich enough that she could co-opt the school board to
This
get
is
us
this is
three.
all mechanical.
Boo.
This has nothing to do with narrative. The mechanics of the game have dictated you gave something up and you're paying the price for it.
Don't yell at me, Dad.
I'm yelling
God,
at
Dad.
I'm yelling at the one I don't like that I'm going to leave in the garbage can. Oh, did I say that?
In your eyes.
It's in your eyes. Yeah, I need my rolls.
Okay, so you're going to get yours back then. So it's going to be random for you, and then you're going to target a slot. Hemlock,
That's in character.
roll
Yeah, it is.
a d20.
10.
Oh,
What did I roll last time?
You are looking through some books near the base of Ozzle's throne, and you find a book on planar science, and it discusses the relationship of the planes. It's called The Little Boy's Guide to Planar Physics.
Does it have pictures in it?
It has mostly pictures. It's
Yeah.
almost a children's storybook, but stuff like one day the plane of fire affected the plane of water by creating steam at a rate of 500,000 psi that nearly tore the plane of magic apart. Here's a picture of an elephant. It's that kind of
Cool.
At the back of this book, it says, if you want to experiment on your own, use the attached ring. And then sitting at the back of the book, taped to it, is a small ring. And when you read about this ring, it describes itself as the ring of gravitational pranking.
Hell yeah, I like the name already.
That sounds good.
I like that
Gonna
too.
pant
Yeah.
some kids later on with
The
crap.
ring of gravitational pranking uses a manipulation of the planar forces to allow the wearer of the ring to make a hand-sized object weigh up to 1,000 pounds.
Oh.
The change in gravity is instantaneous and can last till the end of the day or until a preset time that the user states.
So this is sort of like the magical equivalent of when you glue a quarter to the ground.
Yes, but you can make the quarter kill someone if you have it on
Sweet.
them.
Yeah, you just hold it up over their head and then you make it heavy and then you squish them.
Is it up to the weight, or that's the only weight it can go?
It can go up to 1,000 pounds.
So I could just do it at a weight that like keeps them stationary.
Yes,
but won't
you have to
kill
be
them.
able to touch
Oh,
the object, but
Lord.
yes.
That's stupid.
So now you have that's one of your accessories. You
How
now
many
have
times can I use it?
Once a day.
Okay, I can make a panini with it.
Yep. So you now have the ring of gravitational pranking.
Sweet. I hope I get to use this at some point.
What a
I
waste.
get to bake a panini with it.
Ren,
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
roll a d20 for me.
All right.
That's a really good item, by the way.
Yeah,
It's so
I'm
fun.
I'm psyched to.
I was so happy when I thought of it.
I gotta
was like,
remember
this
to
is
use
cool.
it when we get into trouble.
12.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
This actually really fits you.
Ooh.
I'm like,
I'm curious what it
Right?
is now.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
You're poking through Ozzle's throne, and you notice that the throne is kind of made up of sections, but the sections sort of don't make sense. Like one section seems to be all books that Ozzle thought would be good if he ever had to ride in a canoe. And one set of books is like, oh, this is in case I ever have to go hang gliding and I'm on a plane where that hasn't been invented yet. Like the sections are weird.
yeah.
And one of the sections that you derive out is a section of books related to how I can look really good without working at it.
Ooh.
And you find a book titled How to Get a Great Body or Look Like You Do in 5 minutes a day.
I like that.
And it's a book of exercises that only look like exercises, but they aren't really. And it weaves a minor enchantment that kind of makes you look muscular, but you're not.
Studley, would
Is
you
it like
say?
buff up?
No, I
Oh,
just-
Studley?
It's a book of lies. It's a book of exercise lies.
Okay.
But then you get to the end and it says, if you find that any of these exercises don't work out for you, please speak to the bookseller and ask for the attached prize.
Yeah.
And so you go up to Ozzle and he goes, dang it. I wanted to keep this one for me. Well, here you are. And he reaches into a sack that he keeps at his back and he pulls out, looks like a small cube. And he pulls a string on the cube and it unfolds impossibly into a studded leather chest plate.
Hell yeah.
And
I imagine it doing that. I think it was like it's like
origami.
origami. Like
Yeah.
cool.
And they hand it to you. And this is, according to the description in the book, the studs studded leather.
I got called a stud
Right?
today.
I'm noticing a theme.
Great.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, that's
and I
great.
wrote this list many, many weeks ago. This is a suit of studded leather armor that makes the user look really, really muscular.
Oh, sweet.
Unless they're inspected more closely.
Oh, that's
It's like that scene
Unless
from Arrested
someone's like, can I?
Development.
Oh God, it's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
great.
God.
You got like the muscle suit, like Michael Cera's character.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, in Arrested Development.
The power of this armor, aside from it just being it's AC 13, it gives you +1, so it's like magical armor. But also, it allows you to, in any situation where you need to do, like make an athletics check or a strength check, and it's like a contest, you can roll deception instead of athletics or strength. You can do that once per day.
Okay.
Does it work for intimidation purposes?
It would work for intimidation purposes, yes.
You could be like, "What's up, nerd?"
So do I wear it under my uniform?
Yeah, it's just like your armor now. In the same way that he has the Shroud of the Coward, you now have the studded leather.
Dang.
Two very similar pieces of equipment, extremely similar.
Well, mechanically, yes, but they allow you to do very different
Mine
things.
sounds worse when you say it out loud.
I know. Yours has all these fun, like, sneaky around uses.
I haven't even
Wren's
got
is
to
for,
use
like,
it. Yeah.
being a big, burly sort.
Yeah.
You can like use it to get into bars. They're like, "Where's your ID?" And you're like, "Does this look like the bar?"
Do I look like I
What-
need an ID?
Yeah.
Look how
Get in here.
many biceps I brought.
And you're like, "This is my entourage," and I was like, "I'm getting a Smirnoff," and you're like, "Come on in."
Put
Get
your
out.
shroud on, you coward.
Yeah. Drink that. Don't drink that next to me.
Yeah.
Salt, you said you wanted to target a slot. So what slot did you want to target?
What are my options?
So you can choose a weapon, armor, another accessory, or a consumable that will recharge every adventure.
Okay. Let's try consumable.
Consumable? Okay. Roll a d10.
I should have done that. I want a weapon, man.
I know, me too.
Like,
7.
7. Okay. This can't be right. Wait a minute. This can't be the one I'm giving you.
this wins the game. You
no,
use it.
no. 7.
Got the stick of truth.
Yes, I beat everyone with it.
That's what you do.
Tell me
stick
the
of-
truth.
You're like, you can use it if you tap it. You're like, I beat the shit out of them with it. I tie it to some rope. I swing it around like a flail. I murder everybody.
I put some nails in it, like a bat, you
Yeah.
know, with some nails.
like
and
Negan from
Yeah, I was
Walking
gonna-
Dead.
yeah.
yeah, maybe like a little bayonet on the end.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, I put this item in here. I think I was frustrated.
It really is like, it is coming. It's everyone got something that's them.
So you don't find a book.
Hey, fuck you.
You don't find this is gonna seem like I'm making it up on the spot, and I'm not. You do not find a book. You find Ozzle's lunchbox.
Excellent.
And when you find it, you just feel compelled to take it. You don't not sure why, but you're
That
just like, I want
happens
this.
a lot.
That's in character.
And you go,
happens.
Ozzle, give me your lunch. And he goes, this is a book fair, not a food festival.
Give it to me.
Very well. That will be one asset, please.
Nerd.
You pop open Ozzle's lunchbox.
Is it cute
Is
lunchbox?
it cheese sticks?
Does it have like? Is it like
cheese.
a taxi? You know,
Well, yeah,
like the show Taxi,
It's like the show Taxi, yes,
front.
but fantasy taxi.
fantasy taxi.
How old are we?
Danny DeVito is
Really old.
Is a gremlin of
Yes.
some sort.
Yes.
Judd Hirsch is. I'm gonna go with a gnome sorcerer.
That makes sense.
That fits.
That makes sense.
with all his wisdom.
Who's the other famous guy?
Christopher Lloyd is
There we go.
there.
Yeah.
He's definitely like
He's an elf.
I was gonna go with a tiefling, but yeah, elf works
Okay.
too. Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'll negotiate.
Or a genasi. I have
This
learned
is
how to
his
pronounce that.
lunchbox.
So you pop up. So
season
there's
one.
there's a sandwich. There's a bag of crisps, and then there is a glass flask with a metal bottle cap that, and when you pick it up, it says Diet Coke.
Please say it's an unlimited bottle of.
This is a fucking bottle of Diet Coke.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
It acts as a health potion and restores 1d12
Yeah, fuck, it does.
plus 3 health points when drank due to its low calories with a taste that people prefer to regular Coke.
This is what I've been saying all along.
It regenerates once per adventure because of magic. Oh, and it doubles your next 2 ranged attack spells damage.
And you almost died last arc, so you
I also
really need
wrote
this.
Bazinga in here. I was really upset when I thought of this item.
I love everything about
yeah,
this.
that's tight.
Known planewalker Ozzle Notchbrow came to our world, got a Diet Coke, cast some magic on it, and
And
now
I
you
stole
have
it.
it.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
I
God
sniffed out the
fucking
Diet
damn
Coke.
it.
I sniffed it out.
Well, good job. You got yourself.
it by
You
force.
got yourself a Diet Coke.
Hell yeah.
Share a Coke with the world.
I'm gonna drink all my Diet Cokes out of glass flasks.
Now it's canon. Now it's canon that Salt has a Diet Coke.
Oh my god.
So Salt, after the book fair, after Ozzle packs up, you're going home with your new Diet Coke,
Oh, yeah.
wondering all of the many possible applications for
Oh, plotting.
a beverage of this
yeah.
mystical low-cal ability.
Must spike.
And as you're going home, you realize that you're being followed. And when you turn, originally it's Ginuwine, and he was pulling a goof.
Sup, asshole?
And then you turn again, and it was Genuine, the giant boar, who thinks he's being sneaky, but he ain't. He's just walking through the river,
Sweet boy.
following you around.
I love you.
You have a real menagerie following you right now.
I got to start somewhere. I
Yeah.
got
You're like a
got my
horrific,
followers.
the worst Disney princess.
You're like a terrifying Noah.
Yeah.
But also following you is Javi, the gnome reporter.
paper boy?
Yeah, little
love
gnome
that.
reporter. And he's like, wait 1 second, Salt, wait 1 second. And then he runs up to you and he's completely out of breath. It's 2 steps for your everyone, so
rough.
it's a lot of work.
Rough.
And I was like, whew. Give me a second. And he pulls out a little mystical inhaler.
He's like regular size Rudy.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, okay. Before we start, how you doing, Salt? Doing okay?
Just as fine as peaches.
You have a lot of weird expressions.
Thank you.
Just getting along like pebbles, huh? So, I understand that your father is, in fact, Richard Maximus, the head of the Booster Club, among other things in the town of Springwillow. Is that true?
I guess
This is going to be on the record.
Sure.
All of this is on the record. Don't fuck with me on this one. I need this.
I could kill you with my pinky, Javi.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I came on a little tough.
Yeah.
Hi.
There we go. Down a notch. Thank you. All right. Sure.
So I understand, and this is sort of loose in the air. I understand that there's going to be a big grant awarded to whatever school won the big game. Is that also true?
I don't see why not.
So listen, I can't get hide nor hair of truth in this matter because of, well, the big game was kind of interrupted by you destroying a giant stone spider, which, as I've told you many times, that will be a headline eventually.
Okay. I wait
But
with bated breath.
But I have to know, do you have the inside scoop on which school is going to get awarded that grant? Now, before you answer, Danielle, this is one of those big decisions.
Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it.
In the same way that whether or not you turn in Gil, it's what school is going to get this money.
us or the school that we fucked over.
Yeah.
The school that we destroyed.
And the reason these two are not involved, one in lore, it makes sense, but also they kind of outvoted you last time. So you
Yeah,
get
they
to pick this
did.
one.
It was some shit.
So you tell me, what based on what you've heard from your dad and his talks with you across the dinner table that you don't tune into half the time?
Oh dear, yes. How was school?
Yes. Well, okay. So when I was down in the cistern, I had a real, we had a real moment. Me and the other students in a fucking cage. I coached them on the field like a chessboard, and now I feel kind of attached to the little shits. So. So I guess it'll be Spring Willow Tech, the unfortunate. We like to help the unfortunate here in the Salt family.
What?
Very
Shut up.
much.
Well, I'm going to have to write down "she lied" at the end of that quote, but that's good. That's a very fascinating news. Thanks for the scoop, Salt. And he does some backflips into a bush, and then he runs off.
Wow, I didn't know he was
Bush.
She's an acrobatic reporter.
very acrobatic, asthmatic acrobatic.
He's an asthmatic acrobatic.
Yeah, there
honey. He's gonna get the scoop.
He's got the scoop.
He's got the scoop.
I like that. Thanks for the scoop, son. I don't know why I added a lisp to it.
It should.
That's the big decision. So the even though Spring Willow Academy won the big game as a result of just the destruction that was rent upon Spring Willow Tech, your father and the Booster Club are going to award a pretty sizable grant of gold to Spring Willow Tech, which will most likely help with repairing the school.
I'm going to go
They're not
throw
gonna-
up when I get home.
They're not going to be hanging out in my.
No, they are. This will take time.
Oh, okay.
It's just now they can pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was.
That's probably the decision I feel like we all would have came to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I had to be sure, so I allowed Salt to make it.
What do
have
we even
to-
use the grant for with our school?
You'll never know.
Clean up the roof again?
You will never know now.
Expand into a brand new area.
There will be some later on down the line thing where it's like, God, if only we had a bunch of gold.
Right? If only our school was real nice.
So the other offer I made was if you guys wanted to go talk to Theris.
I like theirs. I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
You want to talk to them?
Yeah.
Are we finally going to get that correct?
I got that
Maybe.
correct. I was pretty correct.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even think I addressed them, so I didn't have a chance.
Yeah, you never talked to Theris, I don't
I'm
think.
not,
Not even
he's
once.
got a vibe. Or they. You see?
Yeah.
They've got a vibe about them.
I like
don't
it.
trust it.
Yes.
Well, yes, Salt probably has the most rapport with Theris, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, they bro out.
They did. They did. They had a nice scorch ball talk in the middle
we
of a
did.
giant what became a massive battle
They got to be feeling pretty confused right now
Yeah.
about what.
about just everything.
Oh yeah, they're
Their
in
whole
a,
life.
They're in a state. I'm assuming this is going to have to be like during lunch or sometime because Theris is on campus at Spring Willow Academy now, along with a lot of the instructors from Spring Willow Tech to kind of like help teach all the students. And Coach Theris is helping out with Coach Korg. Your PE classes have all doubled in size as a result
I
of.
always cut PE.
I know. Fuck P. I'm not doing that
I want to
shit.
run the lap.
Here's the thing: it used to be like it was either scorch ball or weight training, and then Theris is in there like, yeah, maybe we should do like aerobics or track and field or
Calisthenics.
that kind of stuff. Tumbling,
High bow.
tie
Yes.
step
aerobics.
Time
aerobics.
go.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like if you just look at them in like by comparison, like Korg's big burly, Theris has got a quickness.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
been doing some
Yeah.
alt shit.
Yeah, they're good halves.
They're good at power walking. There's
Super fast walking.
Just gets the hips.
Theirs is really into cross country.
Heck yeah, heck yeah, they are.
Cross country skiing.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, sorry.
So the three of you go to the locker room. You go to Korg's office where you see that Korg and Theris are having a very spirited discussion. And when you come in, you catch part of it, and Korg is basically yelling, "What do you mean the purples are going to take the big ring this year? That is impossible!" And Theris is like, "Have you seen their defensive line? The purples are amazing this year." And then Cora goes, I can't speak to you like this. Hello, children. And he walks past you.
This is like the honeymooners. We just
This
walked
is
in.
this is
You
the
just
buddy
hear
cop
doo-doo,
coming in.
doo-doo, doo-doo.
To the moon, Saris.
I would
There's
watch
3 in
that.
this world.
There's a lot of moons here. We have oh God fucking damn it, we've got a lot of moons. The 3 of you go into the locker room, into the office, and Theris looks to the 3 of you and is like, oh, Salt, Henry, I don't think we've met. How are the 3 of you?
Wren's just like looking off.
I know. That's pretty much just my
Yep.
thing.
The sports.
Yeah.
What?
You lost me at perps.
You lost me at sports. Listen, I just wanted to say thanks for helping me come to my senses. And, I really appreciate you laying it out like it was. That was it's good on you, Salt.
Well, you know what? You were a very receptive student, and I appreciate that about you. Yep.
You really do try to find every possible advantage you can in every conversation, don't you?
I don't see what you're talking about.
Okay.
I do believe that I am more correct than you in whatever situation arises just by default, but I don't think that that's me looking for an advantage. That's just how it is. It's just
She always like
It's
she's always
gravity.
Yeah,
You
it's
get
just
used
all
to
the
that
time,
for a while.
constantly.
cool. Okay.
At least she's not shooting shit.
Just agree.
Well, I can imagine why the 3 of you are here. Go ahead and shut that door, if you would. And Theris takes a seat and goes, what'd you like to know? This is me, the DM, saying if you have some questions about the
Right.
plot, I'll let Theris contextually answer them for you.
So you've got a pretty broad. Also, my name's Hemlock, by the way. I don't know why you. I don't know
can
why
call
you
him-
keep calling me Henry.
You know
can
why?
call
I
him
think it's
Henry.
because when we met, I must have misheard that your name was Henry, and it really stuck, almost as if someone did some kind of deception.
Much like Salt, I'm usually right by default as well. So I would say that I forgive you for misnaming
Salt, is that
me.
true?
no.
You
There
don't
we go.
talk good,
I think she's got you.
Oh,
there.
what's this behind your ear? A quarter?
I'm not going to make you roll for that, but it's not impressive. So what were you asking?
Like knowing the full breadth of what had happened. You had to have noticed or seen some change at some point. Like obviously like you were taken with the game, but can you tell us? It seems impossible that you might not have recognized that there was a definitive switch in tone with your team and their abilities.
Yeah. I second that.
Yeah. Theris brings their hand to their eyes and they go, yeah, I'll admit it was a real bring it thine situation. Sorry, I had to think of how to make that fit.
It works.
A real air goblin.
It's not against the rules. That's how a goblin would say it. Spring Willow Tech and Spring Willow Academy have had their big game for years and years and years. And a long time ago, when Coach Korg and I first came to this town, we tried to get to both work here at Spring Willow Academy, but they only hired Korg. I had to go to Spring Willow Tech, and we had worse facilities. We had fewer students who were interested in playing or had the time to play, and it was very difficult. And I thought that maybe as all of my coaching and all the work I was putting into the team was finally paying off, and this was
they
going to be our
became-
year.
They were made of granite suddenly.
You know, teamwork takes a lot of forms.
Sometimes monsters.
One of them is the form of monsters that look like students that can't really be hurt by conventional means.
Yeah.
So hey,
Fuck it.
We've all been there. Well, where did you get the journal that your plays were written in?
Ooh, nice, Jonesy.
it's funny you mentioned that. On the first day of school, when I showed up to the locker room and into my office, there was a plain brown package just sitting there. And when I opened it, it had the book in it. and there was a note attached that said, "This is the year that I'll win the big game."
Well, it said you'll win the big game. That's what the note said. Mm-hmm. Okay. It'd be weird if the note said, "This is the year that I'll win the big game."
I know.
Yeah, you make an excellent point. Yeah.
Look, you can't do
I was
shit.
just saying it. I don't know why that you really had to.
Ooh,
Had to.
don't piss off the DM.
As soon as I unwrapped the book, it just started making sense. I could think through all the possible plays. It was almost intoxicating. Every play that I wrote in, I knew this will work in this situation. This will work in this situation.
So you were able to write in it? Because couldn't we not?
We couldn't really. You guys couldn't open it.
Yeah,
Wait.
but it's supposed to interact with
Well,
person's book.
I forget. Do I still have the book, or do we? I didn't burn the whole book. I just burned the.
You ripped out a bunch of pages.
Okay.
You still have it.
I still have the book. Okay.
Give him the husk.
Yeah. Well, I do I have it with. I have it with me right now.
Yeah.
Here, I want to bring it out. I'm like, hey, open this.
Ferris reaches for the book and they're able to grab it. And then you immediately see that, like, as soon as Ferris touches the book, there's a glow along the spine of it. Like the fact that Ferris has touched it has activated something.
Okay.
And he picks it up, but what's interesting is when they flip through it, they don't see anything. There's nothing on. It's just a book to them.
Okay. And you don't feel different right now, Theris? Nothing. You don't feel inclined to scribble in my journal right now?
It's funny you say that. I don't anymore. Normally, as soon as I would touch this thing, I would realize some play, some move I need to make, just something that I had to write down.
Some diary entry about your day that you needed to write in there?
I'm not really into that. I'm more about living in the moment. I don't really think there's a lot of stock in like going over past events.
I'm 16, so I'm not there yet.
Very zen.
Okay.
I'm very sick.
But no, I would just holding this book, I would just have all the plays in my head. And now that I hold it now, I can't think of any.
Does anyone have detect magic?
I think I do.
You do.
Can
I
you detect?
do.
Yeah, can you detect it? Is it still glowing on the?
It is still glowing right now.
Yeah, can we detect
Ferris
it?
is touching it.
Because obviously it has some sort of enchantment specific to him, to them.
See, we're all doing it.
I know,
don't
but I'm
feel bad.
better at it. So by the end of this arc, we'll be fucking perfect.
It'll be golden and
Yeah.
whoa.
And this conversation.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, can
I'll
can one of
detect
you-
some madge.
Okay, you cast detect magic. You look at the book. Looking at the book, you can see the conjuration magic that just makes up the book normally.
And that's what was on the players too, right?
That's what was on the players.
I'm seeing stuff.
Describe it to me.
And then on the spine of the book, you see a thin line of like bright green that tells you that this is transmutation magic, which is the magic of changing something.
There's some magic in here.
Yeah, it's transmutation magic. So it's the magic of like changing one thing to another, of changing something's essential properties. Like this is like the lead to gold type magic.
Yeah.
So you can gather that when this book was delivered to Theris, it was delivered altered in some way.
Tainted.
Maybe that's the way to describe it. Yes, but now it's not working. It could be because you ripped some of the pages out. It could be that the time that it was useful is past. You're not sure, but Theris is making it very clear, like that they can hold this. It doesn't do anything.
Gotcha.
Anymore.
So okay.
At least for them, you still can pick it up and look at it like it's a book.
Okay. Well, I gingerly take the book back.
As soon as you touch it, the green glow disappears and then the writing appears back.
That's right. Back with Daddy. It's okay now.
It's okay.
Come to daddy. Any other questions you'd like to ask Theris?
Did you ever encounter a spectral looking man?
You mean that ghostly figure that showed up when Wren crashed into Brody?
Yes.
Yeah, that was wild, wasn't it?
It was pretty wild. Pretty cool. Kind of like that Doctor Strange, huh?
This freaking vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe that you have.
I love it.
Just
It's
like, yeah,
chills.
that was weird.
That was trippy, dude.
It's like he's a vet. Like
No, I'd never seen that thing before.
okay.
And I've never seen when they turned into those horrible looking monsters. I'd never seen those before either.
Quick question. How much interpersonal communication do you have with your little team members? How much do you talk to?
Yeah. How much do you rap with them?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a good question. So Theris thinks about this for a little bit. And then they say, I've tried to be, a good listener, a good talker with my students. I'm a teacher above all, but I did that a lot less this year, I'll be honest. A lot of the students on this particular team, like a couple, Brody, they were from previous years, but some of them were new. Your young friend, and he says her name, but you don't listen to it. You just hear Spicy. She started this year, and I was just so focused on winning, so focused on beating Korg that I really didn't talk with anyone this much this year.
Did that inclination come before or after you got the book?
You get a point of grades for saying that.
Damn.
I read a book once.
Theris says, I remember only kind of wanting to win the morning that I found this book, but the moment I picked it up, I knew that I was going to, and I knew that I was going to beat Korg.
Maybe someone sought you out based on your desire.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Take that grade back.
So now you have a grade and a popularity, so you'll be able to use those as inspiration. So good job.
Sweet. I talk good to a teacher, so now I'm smart.
So yeah. Any other questions you guys might want to ask?
What's your sign?
Yeah.
Libra.
Knew it.
Called it. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's that quality I couldn't put my finger
I
on.
knew it.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys is good? Learning from some information from Theris? Okay. Hey everybody, it's JoJo, the Dungeon Master for The Rolls We Made, because the real podcast were the rolls we made along the way. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 19, Patch Day. Go figure. This is patch 1.12 or whatever. I don't know the patch convention, but yeah, it's a patch day, which basically means this is the sort of intermission time between one adventure and the other. And I gotta say, this one was pretty cool. I really liked having them go back to Ozzle's book fair. Weirdly enough, I like the idea that they take some time to talk to who was essentially their villain in the previous adventure. First time it was Gil, this time it's Theris. I think that's something I want to keep going. And we even get, and you don't know this yet, a setup for the next adventure the group's going to go on. Yeah! Woo! Awesome. We don't get into many of the rules that have changed. So that'll come, I think, maybe as a bonus episode. I think we have we have recordings of us talking about what the rules are now and sort of what their new skills and stats and abilities are. Just so you know, the gang has fully upgraded to level 5, and that's a pretty big level in 5th edition. You become exponentially more powerful at 5. So they are doing much, much better. And it's really exciting to see the growth their characters are going through and the changes that they're going through. I mean, this whole campaign's been a delight, and I'm really, really liking where it's going. Also, can I just say, the recap of this episode was featuring our good buddy Ginuwine. And let me tell you, that voice is really hard to do for a long time. So I hope it came out okay. I like doing this opening this way. I mean, honestly, it allows me to, one, save a little bit of time because I don't have to parse through 20 episodes of my show. But also, I think it's kind of fun having Ginuwine pop in. I think that's kind of cool. Do you guys think that's cool? I think it's cool. Yeah. Ginuwine assault's familiar. I don't know if it came across, but he's important. If you want to support the rolls we made, the easiest way to do so is by going to iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, any one of your podcatchers of choice, and listening to a bunch of episodes. It's really, really valuable. You can go back and listen to the entire first campaign and you can go back and listen to the entire first and the entire second arc as of today, and you're in a really good spot to start the next arc, which is going to be a little mini adventure with a certain monster that you're going to see in a second. But yeah, the best way to support us, listen to us a bunch. You can tweet at us using the hashtag #RollsWereMade. And I believe that's all I have for this particular week. The next episode is going to be coming out August 7th. That is the fastest I've ever known the next time an episode is going to come out. Sweet. So I'll see you guys in one whole week. I won't see you at all, actually. You'll just hear me. Bye. So here's the thing. I thought that and this is why I gave you guys that map. I thought because you guys have been doing because the main story is all this ghosts and bipedal monsters and giant
Dogs.
and
Tale
giant
as old as time.
giant trees and giant spiders. I thought we'd do something a little different. This will just be a short little mini adventure. Let's say it's been a couple of days since this conversation with Theris. It's club day.
My favorite part of Persona.
So on club day,
When you sign up for clubs.
it's when you sign up for clubs.
I never did that shit. I don't remember.
Now you do.
Yeah.
As because the three of you are the most popular kids in school,
Get the pick.
you get the pick of the litter.
Hell
Every
yeah.
club is excited to see you.
Ooh.
Professor Cowan, after the last day of homeroom is done, she basically says, "All right, guys, not guys. All right, class." I forgot how formal she is.
Yes.
Class. Today is club day. Now, I'm sure all of you have a lot of... And then she glances over at Hemlock and goes, rollerblading to do after school. But I encourage you to consider an extracurricular activity with your fellow students. You will never know what skills you'll build here in the halls of Spring Willow Academy, both during and after hours. And then she puts down the script she was reading from and she says, "You all need to pick a club or you will be failing this class."
Gotcha.
All right.
Oh, we have to pick a thing or we will fail.
Yes, not Andy will fail.
Oh, okay. I'm all
We have
set.
really got to work on your language arts,
You know
Miss
what?
Stevens.
Okay. It's been a rough school year.
You've been
Where's your uniform, by the way?
I got one.
What are all these little rock-looking faces on the map? What are these little rock-looking faces on?
Those are the golems.
Oh, they're like the
Yeah,
yard
remember
duties.
on the first day when the roof was trashed and I said that you were helped out by the janitorial staff?
That's them.
That's the golems. There's
Oh.
Spring Willow Academy is protected by a series of clay and iron golems. They are positioned all around the school.
I picture
They're
like Iron Forged.
Yeah, they don't have heads, but they're very helpful. Like if you drop your books, they'll pick them up. They clean up messes. They sweep. They do all the stuff that needs to maintain the school. Some of them are sentries out front that keep undesirables out and keep students in the event that they try to sneak out. Like I said, the truant officers are level 30. They're golems. So there's golems in this school.
Can they talk?
No, they have no heads.
But they can sign.
They can answer simple
They're all-
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of hard for them to do that particular one without a chin.
Yeah.
Just gesture in the air.
yeah.
It looks like they're going. You can't tell.
You cannot. So the three of you go down to the closed quad, and there's a lot of clubs set up.
Oh, yeah.
Those
Let's hear
pop-up
'em.
tables.
So-
some-
No.
Yeah, so let me pull up the list of clubs that I thought of.
Never
There
got to do a
might be
club
more
day.
clubs.
Like I see it
I
in
did.
movies and TV and video games, but
Never.
there was never a club day at school. Like I always just happened to join a club because one of my friends happened to be in it, and they were like, "Today we're doing we're going to a field trip, so just say you're in the club."
Yeah.
Downstairs in the closed quad, you see a lot of those folding tables and a lot of different banners. All the clubs in Spring Willow Academy have a teacher as like the club like mentor and representative when they have to go like get funding for stuff. In the quad, just a quick glance, you see the health club, which is a club that's dedicated to like learning basic first aid and providing like volunteer service at like events where you need first aid, like a marathon or, you know, like The big game, the health club had a tent set up.
Oh, okay.
They did a shit job.
They
Yeah,
didn't do great.
Neither hide nor hair of this quote unquote health club.
Their best member, Jelson, was not present. Jelson is on the health club.
He would be on the
And the newest member of the health club is Spicy. She's also on the health club. And of course their faculty advisor is Coach Korg.
Nice.
There's also the drama club. You can tell because it has the face of the god of acting, Thespo.
Yeah.
Two masks.
Yeah.
That's just a bit from a Bim Bam, but it's the comedy and tragedy mask. Professor Wisp is in charge of the drama club. Professor Wisp was also the choir teacher, and on the drama club is Fizzy, Salt's best friend Fizzy. They're sitting behind the table asking people to sign up. They keep pointing to like a sign up sheet, and there's a big banner that says auditions. Professor Danvers, who is your home ec teacher, she also has a booth set up that says home ec. And which one of you would you say is the smartest?
Of the three of us?
Yeah.
That's hard. I think all three of
Yeah.
us are equally stupid.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Because at first I would have said Salt
So
like
let's
at the
make
beginning.
a quick
But I'm
D20
not
because I want to
smart.
see if you guys are capable of noticing this.
19.
19.
18.
The three of you notice that one, the home ec table. By the way, this is the club that Dell is on. Dell is in home ec.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in.
She's also the only person in home ec. By the way.
Oh yeah, long time.
The home ec club. You notice that the entire name of the club is in capital letters. None of the other clubs are like that.
It's the Yelling Club.
Is it an acronym?
Also, you see another club where there's like an Arcanist lowrider that's kind of just jumping up and down. That's
yeah.
Professor Aloy's Arcanist Club. You don't notice any students that you recognize there, but you just guess that they probably work on Arcanist mobiles and do like more advanced stuff than you would do like in normal day-to-day classes. Professor Zeus has the Language and Literature Club where they like read poetry to each other and have book club and things like that. And then, of course, Headmaster Lewand is the advisor of the club. Student government. They have a booth set up, and everyone's favorite teacher's pet Kian is there because she's a student council president.
God.
Dell is also in student government, but she doesn't rep that. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, what club would you like to visit?
Before that, I want to ask in actual high school, which club would you have gone to if for yourself?
Anime club.
Yeah.
Well, out of the ones that that or also like what
Oh, drama.
drama
Drama easily. Yeah.
drama club, Danielle?
Now I would do drama, but then I would have done English literature.
Yeah, the language and literature club. Yeah.
Bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
The English club.
Yeah,
as
the
it's
English
called.
club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, so which one of these improv prompts do you want to play with?
I'm gonna do home ec. Home ec.
Okay, you're going to go to home ec?
Yeah.
We'll do yours third because it's going to be buck wild.
I think I
Ooh.
got my uniform.
Yeah.
Salt.
So I was really tempted by student government, but then I realized they're just impotent assholes. I don't need any. Look at that fucking teacher's pet over there. That's bullshit.
Don't like Kian. I get it.
Fucking disgusting.
She's not around to be liked. She's not here to make friends.
I'm gonna kill her.
Or
Also
it's like Reese Witherspoon and that
In election.
whatever. Yeah, election. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the Arcanist Club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hemlock, which one are you going to go to?
Drama.
Hell yes.
I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised that you didn't go there, which means I get to hang out with Fizz.
Okay.
I'm gonna squeeze him for information.
We'll start with Salt. So Salt, the Arcanist wagon that you go up to is amazing looking. It's like a long rectangle. It's got these giant, like they look like off-roading wheels. It's like a pink speckled glitter pattern. It looks awesome. There's like flames on it.
Yeah.
And because it's Arcanist flames, like they look like they're real fire, like just in the frame. And then every so often a student gets to sit into the front seat, and then Aloy's like, all right, now here's where you have to be careful. If you hit this lever, it's going to jump way too high, so only hit this lever. Got it? And then they're like, okay, and they hit the safety lever, and it just kind of does little small hops.
It's a mechanized weapon that moves.
Aloy looks over and sees you and was like, Miss Maximus, hello. Are you interested in joining the Arcanist Club this year?
I sure am.
Oh, that would be amazing. I know how good you've been doing in class.
Yeah. And we're building death machines, right?
Well, I imagine it could be a death machine if you
Good.
neglected.
Okay, that's all Yep, I know. Yep, I'm in.
Would you like to have a seat in it?
I sure would.
Okay, hop in, and maybe you want to put on your seatbelt.
All right.
Do you put on the seatbelt?
What the fuck, sure.
I was just so sure you're going to be like, all right, and then not do it.
You make the sound.
Click, 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 click.
I'm
All
saying.
right, I'm in.
You put on the seatbelt, and then as before, Aloy has like, so these are the two levers that kind of control the motion and movement of the car. One's set for intensity. I wouldn't mess with that one, and this one actually activates its motion. So give it a shot. This is the kind of stuff that we do in the club.
All right, I'll play by your little rules.
Okay. Are you going to use the safety switch?
I'll use the safety switch. I don't want to get kicked out too early.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, shit. All right. 13?
Genuine
Oh, God damn it.
appears in the seat next to you as you're reaching for the slight movement switch. It goes, hell yes.
You fuck.
And nudges your hand just slightly enough so that the intensity knob goes off. And now this car isn't just like lightly bouncing, it is straight up jumping. And Aloy is telling everyone to get back as you are kind of stuck in place, just going up and down, up and down, up
I'm
and
having
down.
fun.
What do you want to do?
I mean,
You're clipped in. It's making a lot of noise. People are running over and gasping.
I'm going to briefly send up an illusion of sparks to make it fun. And then,
You do that and everyone's like, wow.
yeah.
Monster truck rally right now.
Yeah. Then
It is like a monster truck rally right now.
I reach over and I punch Ginuwine in the face.
You-
Ginuwine.
Your hand passes through him and you hit the door. Take 1 damage. No, don't take 1 damage. You're fine.
Rotten hell, Ginuwine. And then I'll turn off the switch.
Okay, you managed. Well, that's going to take a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are in a troubling situation.
11.
Well,
Shit.
Turn it on more.
the
shit.
car just will not stop jumping, and now Professor Aloy is looking very concerned. She goes, "Oh man, I really don't want to do this," but she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a perfect silver sphere, and she throws it at the Arcanist mobile. You hear it like crack into the front, and then you hear it start digging. And then you feel the mystical energy of the car kind of deactivate.
Whoa.
And it drops to the ground. And it is no longer that sweet, bright pink, beautiful car. By the way, the interior was leather. It's now just like an old couch to your skin.
Aw.
It feels disgusting. And you're looking at it like...
But I like that trick.
Someone's fucked on that couch.
And then you
sure.
and then Aloy's like, well, I guess we're going to be fixing this up again.
Cool.
New project.
Yay.
Miss Maximus will let you know if we have an opening in the
It wasn't my fault.
Aloy is kind of like about to start crying because this was like her baby. Good job, Salt. Hemlock.
Oh, you're up, baby boy.
You go up to Professor Wisp. Wisp is like the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth. Tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth. Ah, Mr. Jones.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
Fizzy's like, hi, Hemlock.
Hi, Fizz.
What's going on?
I'm just checking it out. What's all this? What's this club? Tell me a little bit about it.
This is the drama club, and don't let anyone fool you. It's not about starting drama.
Oh, I can see why Salt hangs out with you.
I'm pretty great. We have a big performance coming up, and we thought that maybe we were trying to get like someone to play the lead.
Is that how it works? just
I got to be honest. There's a lot of heat behind you right now because of all that jumping off the roof you did.
yeah, that's really.
We put a lot of butts in seats if we can get a Jones in this one.
It's a lot of mileage off of my death-defying act. That's
Yeah,
very true.
yeah.
Yes, I mean it's really valuable.
Well, what's the production? What's the play that you're trying to put on?
Well, it is a play that I wrote with the help of a very good friend about a brilliant and powerful young woman who has to be friends with two horrible jerks who just never listen to her.
I love you, Fizzy.
And never do what she says, and just hang out with each other, and they just get along like pebbles. But unfortunately, like
Play is called.
Represent.
it's called Getting Along Like Pebbles. A true story by Fizzy. That's me. I'm Fizzy. I wrote it.
Is Fizzy? Is that you're going to use that as your pen name as well? You're going to just stick with Fizzy?
I don't see what's so wrong with Fizzy. It's
No.
a pretty cool name. There's two Z's in it.
I'm just saying that as somebody who recently came into a fair amount of fame, sometimes having your real name not associated with your
Are you trying to big time me right now?
Look, Fizzy, I mean, I can walk away and I'll just go back over here to home ec. I mean, it's
Oh
tight.
yeah. You know what? I didn't want to have to say this. One of the characters
Uh-huh.
based on you.
Yeah.
Fizzy.
You can see why. You can see
I
why.
bet you won't know which one.
Fizzy.
What?
And scene. That was good. That was good, Fizzy.
Oh, shut up.
I loved this energy that we both had.
Did you make a history check?
Fail.
19.
Damn it.
You immediately recall that going end scene to someone in drama club is the equivalent of flipping them off.
Yes.
You immediately remember this horrific social faux pas that you have just engaged in.
But I did the hand motion down, too.
You did.
That made it worse.
You did not just end scene. End scene to you.
No, end scene to you.
End scene to you.
End scene to you.
End scene to you.
End scene.
End scene.
End scene.
You end the scene.
Finn. Finn. Finish.
Professor was like, this is a very dangerous interaction you two are having. Mr. Jones, I'm going to have to ask you to walk away from the drama club table. Thank you.
Oh,
Shit, dude.
And as you're walking away, you see Fizzy going,
scene.
end scene.
I'm across the quad.
This is fun.
That was really fun.
Wait, I don't have a club. What the fuck?
Wren,
Pariah.
you walk up to the,
I strut up
in a
Swagger.
scuzzy way,
in a.
you strut up to, the table for home ec, where Dell is sitting there looking a little bored, actually.
Ooh.
Her hands she's kind of resting her head in her hands, and she, when you walk up, she looks up and she's like, oh, hey, Wren, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Club day,
Yeah.
you know?
A lot of yellow. Is it this the hot table? A lot of people coming through.
Not if I have anything to say about it, no.
What do you mean?
Well, the thing is, and then before she can interrupt, Professor Danvers goes, what do we have here?
Oh God.
Miss Stephens, are you telling me that you are interested in home ec?
A little bit.
Well, that's fascinating. How is your courage?
That's up there.
How is your steadfastness in the face of danger?
Oh, it's there.
Put your hand down on this table.
Okay.
And then she goes, Dell, do it. And then Dell goes, that's not really a good way to get club members. Dell, how is anyone going to be good enough for home ec
Unless we hold hands.
if we don't test their home ec abilities? And then Dell's like, okay. And she looks you dead in the eye and she goes, do not freak out. She reaches down under the table.
Yeah.
She pulls out a 7-inch chef's knife.
Okay.
All right.
And
Old
she
dice.
and you kind of know about weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a knife.
That's a knife.
Well,
This is a knife.
you can tell this thing has been sharpened and really well taken care of. And she goes, do you promise not to tell anybody if this goes poorly?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Anything for you.
she starts.
Are we 5-finger filleting right
She's
now?
5-finger filleting you right now. Yeah. She brings the knife down really fast,
Cool.
right in between your pinky and your ring finger. Make a wisdom
I'm-
saving throw.
Okay.
Make a finger check.
12 plus, right? Bardic inspiration.
Certainly hope so.
Bardic inspiration.
Check my muscles, right?
Oh, it's 12 plus 0.
Oof.
It's
Oofa doofa. Roll a d8 and let's see if you can boost it up to
not
what it
gonna
needs to
make
be.
me look for this.
I don't know, right?
8.
Okay.
Hey.
You manage to maintain your dead-eyed stare with Dell, even though when the knife hits the table, you can tell it just goes through the table, and you instinctively shudder slightly, and she goes, "That was very good.
Thank God.
That was the hard part."
Yeah.
She starts doing the actual fillet, going back and forth, and Dell is very fast.
What part of home ec is this?
I know.
Don't fucking worry about it. And as that's happening, Professor Danvers is like, yes. Now, Wren, tell me,
Yeah.
what's the actual cooking temperature to safely heat pork?
350.
Way too hot, but I love your enthusiasm. Faster, Dell. And Dell is now stabbing the table much faster.
Okay.
What's the fairest way to divide a troll wheel when there's only 7 days in the week? Go.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. I don't. Just look.
She's just looking at Dell, and she's like, just say anything. I swear to God, if you don't talk, I get confused.
Apples and stuff.
Dell continues to do the 5-finger fillet. Professor Danvers says a couple more whack things about home ec.
Oh my God.
And then it finally stops, and Dell drives the knife into the table. She goes, "There, I did it. We did the thing." And Professor Danvers is like, "I think you might have the medal for home ec."
This is just a cooking class, right?
It isn't just cooking, Wren. It's life or death.
All right, I'm in. You got me. You got me.
I like the sound of that. And then Dell like brings her hands to her eyes. She's like, "Oh my God."
Are you with her alone a lot?
It's so hard to get people into this club, and
Yeah.
it's even harder because I have to do the knife thing.
Yeah, it almost pushed me away a little
Yeah,
bit. but
it's not fun.
no, I'm drawn. It's okay.
Yeah.
Would make me
And
feel
it is
better.
it is at this. So do you guys come over to see this? Because this is very.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still, as I'm walking up, I'm just like, and see. Oh, sorry.
And scene. As you guys get to the home ec table, Professor Danvers looks to the three of you, and she's like, Mr. Jones, Miss Maximus, would you like to be a part of home ec?
I look to Wren. I'm like, hey, does this shit? Shaking your head. No.
Oh,
No. Seem a little green.
Taking care of the home is not for the faint of heart.
yeah.
That is true. But maybe you do have what it takes and you just don't believe itself. Dell, get a sharper knife! It is at this time that you hear what sounds like an explosion.
Uh-oh.
You look up to the second floor. The way the closed quad is set up, so all of the classrooms are on the interior of the hallway of the second and third floors. So when you look up in the closed quad, you can actually see the windows of all the classrooms. And you look up and you see in one of the classrooms, you see a student run up to the window and then put their back against to it. That you can tell like they're waiting for something. And then you see them duck out of the way, and if you were to blink, you would miss this next part. You see something leap through the glass of this second floor classroom.
Cool.
It looks like a reddish brown, like an animal. It crashes through, and it lands right in the center of the closed quad. Everyone looks over, and it takes a second for everyone to to try to assess what just they heard and saw. And then someone yells, "Monster!"
Aw, that's rude.
So insensitive.
And this reddish brown animal figure climbs to its feet, and you see that first thing you notice about it is its tail, and its tail is long and thin, but ends with the head of a snake.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
As you look closer, you see that it has like the physical shape of like a lion, and you can see like in profile it looks like a lion. And then this thing turns towards the home ec table, and you see part of the head is a lion, and the other part is a ram.
Chimera.
Hell yeah.
It is a chimera,
Ooh, okay.
made entirely out of clay.
Ooh.
Ah, the new model.
I know, it's pretty great. And it gives out a horrifically loud scream, so loud that actually I need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yikes.
I'm young. I go to concerts.
Cool,
I'm
I got
cool.
it too.
I'm at 13.
I got a 2.
You both take 1d4 psychic damage from the screaming of this creature. So let me see how much damage you take. Salt, you take 2.
All right.
Ren, you take 2.
Okay, cool.
So you both take 2.
I really didn't want to count sides.
After that loud scream, like students are fleeing from the closed quad in droves. The professors are doing their best to kind of direct people away. This chimera hasn't made any moves yet, but it's very clear it's trying to choose a chance to strike. And it keeps glancing between either the table where Fizzy is still hiding behind, or it's looking at the table where Professor Aloy and some of the other students from the Arcanist Club are. She's trying to direct them away. What do you guys want to do?
Can we do like a knowledge check? For
What do you want to find out?
About what we know about a chimera?
Yeah, that would be whichever one of you wants to do that. That'll be your turn.
Is that like Arcana?
That would be Arcana. Yes. So if you want to do that, Salt, go ahead. Make a
Assuming
roll.
yours is the
Make a quick
highest.
roll.
Since you're some sort of wizard.
Some
Sort of wizard.
That's a 5.
You can hold 1 for investigate a mystery.
Okay, cool.
Let me. Here we are. What happened here? What's going to happen? Who or what is here? What here is used for valuable? What is being concealed? So this would be who or what is here with Arcana to kind of figure out what this creature is.
Right.
So you know that chimera are composed of a couple of different creatures. They're normally the product of like alchemic experiments.
Like a hot dog.
Like a hot dog, yes. This, however, doesn't seem to be that. Just because like it's made of clay. This is like someone made a statue and the statue's alive. But you can also tell it seems to have like the behavior and characteristics of a chimera because it's like the snake head is dripping venom.
Ooh.
You can see it like very clearly. And as you're trying to assess the situation, the chimera leaps at the table for the drama club and Fizzy dives underneath it as the chimera is about to come down on it. Wren and Hemlock, what do you want to do?
I think we should get it out of the quad if possible. I pull out my multicolored handkerchief and I start kind of waving it around like, hey,
To distract it.
hey, over here.
Jeff Goldblum and Jurassic
Yeah,
Park.
Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic
How
Park.
close are we to the drama table?
You're about, I would say, you could move to it.
I can't.
Yeah, you could get to it.
I'm gonna move to hit that thing to get it away from your friend.
Okay. So first things first, make an intimidation check because you're trying to convince this thing to look at you.
13 plus whatever I got. I don't think I really have anything for intimidation, I'm pretty sure.
Plus 0. Wow.
Cool.
So 13?
13, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't care about shit that you're doing.
All right.
Ren, you're going to make an attack roll.
19.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, hell yeah, that hits.
My lady's here. You know, gotta impress.
Are you going to do double strike or single strike?
I'm just trying to get it. Well, what happens if I do a double?
That's just you attack with your other weapon.
Oh yeah, I'll do another one.
Yeah.
Is it
Well,
D20?
Yep, D20 as well.
6. But one was good.
Yeah, one was good. One hits. So you connect with the rapier. You do 1d8 piercing damage. So you do 6 damage to it with a poke with the rapier. And it doesn't feel very good to poke this thing made out of clay with a rapier.
I know. I was thinking I could take, like, if there was boiling water at the home ec table. And throw
The home ec table was completely bare.
Oh,
It
man.
just
I thought
all
there
the
was
marks
something.
that are now there because Dell jammed a knife in it a bunch of times.
Okay.
But yeah, you hitting this the chimera, it turns to you and getting up close to this thing, you realize this thing is very large.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Big.
It slams you with its lion head.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
And you get knocked backward. Make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can land on your feet.
18.
Okay, you basically do a tumble and land on your feet.
Oh,
The chimera screams at you again, all 3 of you. So make another Constitution saving throw.
Chill out, bro. It's
know,
club
right?
day.
11.
For fuck's sake, 9.
19.
Okay, Salt, you take 3.
Super.
It's brain damage.
Wow, Ren, you took 4.
Wow.
Damn.
This thing has got quite the yell on it. It's got a set of pipes.
I'm too dumb for it to hurt.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I have 37 hit points.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's true. So you're down to 30.
Oh,
you're down to
no.
31 right now. And after it yells again, now it catches notice of Hemlock swinging the handkerchief, and now Hemlock is running to you.
Ding dong.
What do you want to do?
Do I see if it's focused on me actually or the handkerchief?
Do you really think that the difference matters right now?
Because what I was thinking is I could tie the handkerchief to an arrow and shoot it, and maybe it'll chase it.
You don't have the time to do that.
Damn it! I wanna bolt towards an exit
Okay.
and draw it away. From
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to do that.
Cool.
Make a D20. This is going to be a dexterity check.
15.
Oh,
Plus
fuck
my dex
yes.
is like 6. So
You
yeah.
run the fuck out of the closed quad in whatever direction you can, and after a second, you realize that you were running towards the practice building.
The practice building.
Practice building.
Is that like the inside gym?
No,
What is the practice building?
it's in the map. It's where all the club buildings are, all the specific club rooms.
Not like what is the practice building? Not
It is a building where all the club rooms are. It's just called the
Oh.
practice building.
okay, because I'm not familiar with the term practice building.
Yep.
Oh,
so
yeah. There's club storage. There's a language lab.
there's 2 language labs.
Yeah.
One on the first floor, one on the
Math
second.
lab 2. Study hall is there.
As soon as Hemlock starts running with this chimera creature, Professor Danvers, basically like the two of you got like knocked down because of the scream. She rushes over and picks up the both of you and she goes, "Come on, children, we have to go right now." And she pulls out a sword.
Yeah, this is why I picked home ec.
And she's like, "That's right, because killing monsters is a job for the Home Ec Club." And she charges after the chimera.